also we can get a refund whether you in the night or also whenever you go, you can always make the reservation with the chatbot to make an appointment so that you can retrieve your order and also make another order. So the impact is this can reduce the waiting time and also increases customer satisfactions. And also in a traditional way, we need to always get in line to get contact to the customer service. So my next point is we can get a faster response times and also efficiency. So AI can instantly retrieve its information and solve common problem faster than human agents, because as we can see, AI have the data that people always ask, so that human don't need to answer the same question again and again. So this impact the save customer times, especially during high stress situation. And my last point is consistency in the responses. So we know that AI have their data to deliver and also give information to customers, so they don't need to always ask the same customer service the FAQ question. So it can build trust and eliminate confusion. Why? It is because when we push someone that ask the same question, they have emotion that they don't want to answer that question again, because they know that it can be like stressful and confusion to them with the emotion that they have. So with AI, it can give an accurate and also consistent response without emotional bias. So that's all from me.
Okay, the government has brought up many good points. Now we'll move on to the opposition's perspective. Starting with Jim.
Tutup.
Okay, good morning all. So today I'll be representing the opposition and will be proposing the motion to use AI in customer service. For our first point today is the lack of human empathy. Okay. In customer service, when people are trying to deal with their problems, instead of okay, let me one of the drawbacks of AI in customer service is that the AI cannot empath with what the customer is feeling. For example, when you're trying to troubleshoot or you are having problem with your service, when you are contacting the customer service, you want to express your feeling and you want the respondent to feel how you are feeling. For example, if I bought something and I'm not satisfied with the service and I want to complain about it, I want the person talking to me to understand how I feel and what I'm feeling. If using AI in customer service, maybe the AI cannot understand or fully take what I'm getting at, and it will increase my frustration, and it also will decrease my satisfaction of the service. Okay, another point is that also AI, when they talk to human, they tend to sound more robotic, and sometimes people don't like to don't appreciate that kind of response when they are dealing with their problems. Okay, another point is that when we use AI in customer service, people will also be out of job, because as we can see in many other fields, when a certain company use AI, they have to lay off most of their workers to support their financial spending, because when they spend most their fund in building the AI customer service, they have to balance it out by removing some of their workers.
Thank you.
Okay, so the opposition has brought up many interesting points to support their argument. Can we hear from the government's side on what they think about this issue? We can start with Daniel.
Thank you. Alright, I will follow up with the points made up by Harith. So first of all, the other point is that most AI will personalize themselves with data that we fed them. As you can see, AI can analyze past interactions and preference to offer personalized experience. So basically, as we can see, AI in e-commerce suggests products based on browsing history of past purchase, like what I browsed yesterday about my headphones. So the impact that I received from the algorithm and the AI is that customers feel understood and valued, enhancing the loyalty. This enhance the overall quality that we may receive from our own experience using the application. So another approach from the AI is that it supports multilingual features. Basically, AI can instantly translate and communicate in multiple languages based on our region, such as international users like us can get help in their native language via AI language translator tools. Like as we can see, when we browse some websites in Turkish, we may get to translate using AI tools. So this impact, it improves our accessibility and breaks the language barriers in internet nowadays. So for my last point, I would say that this AI customer service may be cost effective for some companies. So companies can save money using AI for routine tasks and can redirect savings to improve other areas like pricing, speed, or premium service.
Wow.
Okay, so there are many examples that you can see, such as more staff can be trained to handle complex cases while AI manages simple queries. So I heard that he said about how using AI can make us lost in human touch. But basically, AI only involved in basic tasks, while we, human energy, can manage to solve much more complex problem, especially if it involves emotional response. So the fact is that customer get better overall service without increased cost, and this enhance the quality ratings from company received by the customers. Thank you.
Boleh je.
Okay, sangat. Free for.
Danny, kau on tape tau.
Thank you so much, Danny, from the government side. Now we will hear from the opposition side.
Okay, so AI might be fast, efficient, or even available all the time. But AI is only smart because of the data that it has been given. So when customers face complex or unusual problems, AI often fails to provide the help they need. So the point I want to talk about is the limited problem-solving ability of artificial intelligence in customer service. So let me give you an example. Have you ever try to make your EE or IA or even ask trivial questions, and then you ask ChatGPT, but then only to make with answers that are irrelevant or not really helpful for you, and then you try to rephrase your questions and then only to make do it the same loop again. It makes you feel frustrated. It makes you feel frustrated, and it feels like a waste of time. So what AI lacks is the critical thinking. It cannot go beyond its what is trained. It cannot go beyond its training data, or even make an experienced guess. It cannot understand maybe the context behind your questions, and then it doesn't ask the right follow-up questions. It doesn't understand the context or urgency behind your words. Instead, it sticks rigidly to its script. So in customer service, for example, maybe in finance or healthcare, a single misunderstood request or failure to escalate an issue can lead to serious consequences. So can we really afford to trust a system that cannot think outside the box? So even if companies that heavily rely on AI often realize that AI has its own shortcoming, that's why they still maintain a team of human agents in the background, because there will always be problems that machines simply cannot solve. So in short, AI may be efficient, but it's not wise. It may be fast, but it's not flexible. So that's it.
Correct.
Okay, so the opposition has brought up interesting points related to limited problem solving skills. Now, moving on to the closing statements from the government side. Presented by Ivy Boria.
So I'll begin my speech in 3, 2, 1. So good morning, everyone. As the third speaker from the government batch, I will refute the opposition arguments, and I will reinforce our team case and also clearly explain why we win this debate. So let's begin by addressing the key points brought up by the opposition. So the first point they have is AI lacks of empathy. So yes, AI doesn't feel emotion what human feels, but let me ask you this. Is human empathy in customer service always guaranteed? Have you never been frustrated by a rude or tired agent who couldn't care less about your issue? So while what Jit mentioned just now, while AI may sound robotic, but it also calm, polite and consistent. You cannot ensure that a human customer service will be always in a good mood and greet you like, good morning sir. No, humans have emotion and it's inconsistent. So also, we never claim that AI should replace empathy together. AI is trained to detect tone, urgency and frustration, and it can escalate serious complaint to human agent when it is needed. So it is a collaboration between a human customer service and also AI. It's not like completely human. So I want the opposition to ask yourself, would you rather to wait 20 minutes to talk with the annoying human agent, or get instant helpful support from an AI that transfers you when necessary? So the second point, that's the rebuttal for the first point. And the second point, AI cannot handle complex problems or think critically. So yes, AI relies on the data, but let's be real. Do customer service interaction normally require critical thinking? Customer service don't really require critical thinking, because or do people just want? AI is like incredibly effective at solving common issues like password resets, refund tracking, and all this doesn't really need critical thinking. And for our case, our team have mentioned 6 points. The first point is 24/7 availability, which AI works round the clock, giving support even if you ask them at 3 a.m. And the second point is faster response time. It solves problems in seconds, reducing stress. And the third point is the consistency in response. They don't have like moods like as what human does. And the fourth point is data-driven personalization. AI learns your preference to offer tailored solutions. And the fifth point, multilingual supports. AI break language barriers instantly as what humans cannot do. And the last point is cost effective. It reduces costs so companies can reinvest in better service. With that, I think our team win this debate.
Okay, thank you for the amazing rebuttal and closing statement from the government side by Ivy Boria. Now, I know we all are dying to hear what the opposition has to say about their
Any last word?
egotistical rebuttal closing statement. Alright, this will be represented by Hannan Keman.
Okay. Nice one, Ivy. I appreciate your passion to win this debate, but somehow I found my counterclaim to your points. Okay, first of all, you said that would you rather wait 20 minutes? Yes. My answer is I would rather wait 20 minutes rather than getting a nonsense answer from the AI, because in recent study there is it is found that 78% rate of hallucination in AI. So would you rather get a hallucination answer or an accurate answer from human? And you said that AI doesn't require critical thinking or critical thinking to solve problem in customer service. Are you sure about that? I will give you example. For instance, if you are a Unify customer and you are having a troubleshooting on your internet, and will I rather wait this day again to solve my internet problem or get a nonsense answer again from the customer service? So if AI is trained only on a limited data, maybe my issue on the internet is really complex and it doesn't have the data to solve it. It wasn't trained, and I won't get a solve for that problem. So again, let's consider a scenario where a customer is upset about a faulty product but has a specific one-off request for a refund or compensation that AI wasn't programmed to handle. In this case, critical thinking by imagination can address both the practical issue and the emotional response, whereas AI might simply follow a set of rules that doesn't fully solve the customer's problem. So, and lastly, I want to point out my conclusion. We both have to accept that AI has its pros and cons, so we doesn't have to fight this. I want to play safe and I agree
You choose peace.
all of your points. So we must utilize the technology. It is our responsibility to use it to the best. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, closing.
Thank you to both the government and the opposition teams for your insightful arguments. On the government side, they emphasize that the AI provides instant 24/7 customer support, which can save time and consistently get good responses for customers. Next, the government also highlighted that AI can be personalized with diverse training data sets, which leads to customer loyalty and satisfaction. And also, it is able to handle complex and high volume problems. And lastly, the government has also mentioned that humans, they're not consistent in terms of customer service, and AI is more dynamic and more consistent in terms of their advantages, what they can offer to humans. Now, the opposition has highlighted that AI can sound robotic and lacks human empathy. It can also lead to a lost sense of relatability because it lacks the human touch that a human has. Next, it also can increase customer dissatisfaction, which can also lead to displacement of humans in customer service sectors, loss of jobs. Additionally, the opposition has also mentioned that AI has limited problem-solving skills due to its limited training data, which can cause customer dissatisfaction. And then, lastly, Hannan highlighted that due to limited training data, AI can also it's not a well-rounded solution, and also humans generally they prefer a more authentic human experience, and AI is also restricted in terms of its problem-solving abilities. So that concludes today's debate. Both sides have raised excellent points. Now I will leave it to the judge to announce who the winner is.
Okay, so the winner